Okay, today's video is about audio mastering, and I provide audio mastering mostly for my own music, but I do some other tracks and rock tracks things. Today we're going to concentrate on dance music. First thing is, I do my mastering in two stages. I do pre-recording mastering and then I do some final mastering on the computer. Let me give you some hints and tips. Right, first of all, you need a mixer. Doesn't need to be a great mixer because this is just a cheap one. As you can see, it's a Behringer, it's got stereo inputs, it's got quite a few track inputs at the bottom, excellent. It's got a very basic graphic equaliser, so you can take bass out, take treble, add a bit of bass, add a bit of treble, basic stuff like that. I put all the music together through these inputs and then I transfer it through a pre-mastering unit. Now my pre-mastering unit consists of the most important tool, the graphic equaliser. As you can see, I take out the unnatural bass sounds, like 100 Hz is pretty nasty on your recordings, and that's 12 decibel, so that's 0, everything else will boost up to plus 12. You can see it's nice, it's a nice curve, and that's a stereo equaliser. I also use a very interesting piece of kit called, again it's a Behringer thing, but you can buy really expensive ones of this, but this is a really nice wee piece of kit. Now if you listen, I'll let you hear what that sounds like. If I turn these off, it just gets that wee bit duller. When you turn them on, you've got a bass processor, you've got an exciter stroke enhancer. I always have it set to exciter, have full use of the full scope, and then you've got a high treble mix. You've also got a surround sound processor, and I give it a wee bit of that. And the bass processor, I set that to tight mode, so it gives you a nice round, tight, thumping bass, especially good for techno music and dance music. I've also got this piece of kit here, which is a compressor, which I don't actually use because it's not that good. It's a Behringer. It's just doesn't give me the sound I'm looking for, but I still use it as a processor for certain other things that I do when I'm making the music. Other than that, that's that side of the processing. So now I'll move to the on-screen stuff and let you see how that particular track is processed. I'll give you a wee run of it without this pre-processing, as I discussed, and I'll give you a wee run of it after that, and then I'll let you hear what's happened once it's been mastered in wavelab. Okay, quick tutorial on mastering. Quite easy. All you need is a good copy of wavelab and a few downloadable equipment like the Classic Master unit, Classic Master limiter, I think that one was free, Peak Master, which comes with wavelab, and EQ1. Now this is specifically for dance music, so it might work with your rock band or whatever, but mainly dance music. Now, as promised earlier on, I'll give you a quick listen to the sound as it comes out of the synthesizers before I do my pre-recorded processing. By that I mean I've got actual equipment, which I showed you earlier on. So I'll give you a quick listen. Okay. So that's it before processing. I'll now bring in the processing. This is the exciter enhancer, which has also got a bass enhancer built in, as mentioned. And this is the equaliser, which makes probably, I would say, the most difference. I'll just check that's working fine. Yep, that's working great. So that's what's coming out of the synthesizers through the mixing desk and the pre-production recording equipment. So I use that for live gigs and for recording it on the PC. It sort of smartens things up. Once I record it onto the PC, I've got this. So that's basically what you just heard, plus a little bit extra, so we've got something to play with here. And that's it processed. Let me start switching things in, start processing it. First thing I do, I put in this FX unit. It's an equaliser. I use the mid function because it's got a Q function, which means I can adjust the bandwidth of the filter and I want a quite narrow band for this, but not pinpoint, so I set it to 62Hz. This will give me a wee bit of bass enhancement. You can probably hear that there, it's coming quite nicely. Start off again. Next thing I bring in is topping and tailing, I call it, and it's called in the industry, and that's where you take a little bit off the top. See there, it's at 19,000Hz, and a little bit off the bottom. So you can see it's just above 20Hz, so when you switch that on, it's not entirely noticeable, but on a graphic equaliser, a spectrum analyzer, you'll see it does make a difference, and it helps with recording and not having any aliasing on your recordings. Next is the peak master. Now this does make a difference. This really brings the volume up. You'll see it's got a gain of 3.5 decibels and an output ceiling of -0.2 dB. That's important. Never go up to 0 dB because that's too loud, and a softness of 5, so it does a nice clean job. It isn't really, it's not smashing the sound to pieces. You see here there's an instant volume change when I switch that on. I'll put it back to begin like here. Really starting to jam now. And the final thing I do, which is a fantastic tool, free downloadable, set to -7.2 dB on the threshold. It's a classic master limiter, but this is fantastic to hear this. It's instantly right up to the correct level. It's got that nice compressed sound to it. That's what you want, and that's basically all there is to it. Simple as that, and the order that I gave you those units in is the order that they're connected in. As you know, a mastering section is a serious circuit, so the sound comes in the top and goes down through each of these units, and if there's nothing there, it's just a straight through. Simple as that. A couple other tips I could give you as well, which I'll pop one in here, is but if you're ever adding reverb, it's really important to get your reverb right, because it's dead easy to make a mistake with it. I'll go through the pages here and see if we can get a mix. We've got gain, output level, LA reflection output. Right, so what you do, this is what you do, it's simple. You listen to your reverb and you start turning it up until you can actually hear it acting. I'm going to set it for this point here. Until you can just hear it. So check if you can hear it or not. Switch the unit on and off. I can just hear it. And once you can hear it, turn it down by half. Now although it's dBs and you know that by half would just be another 3 dB down, you go a good bit down from there, and trust me, it's there. So you can instantly hear that what reverb tends to do is tends to flatten sound, takes the bounce out of it, so without it sounds nice and chunky. When you put reverb on, it's just like a flat, constant sound. Now with dance music and things like that, they're going to be played in a big hall. I would advise stay away from reverb. It's only ever any good slightly on the back of somebody's voice. And that's the video. So if you get any comments, any requests, anything you want to know about, anything that I can give you more detail on, then feel free to ask. Thanks for listening. See you later.